Hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about how to evaluate expressions. So we need to make sure that we have a really good understanding of order of operations in order to evaluate expressions. So what does it mean to evaluate an expression? And evaluating an expression means to find the value. Okay? So we use the order of operations in order to evaluate expressions. Now you've done these before, so let's go through a few examples and I'll show you what I mean. So evaluate the following expressions. For example, if I gave you 4x minus 7, and I said, tell me what that equals when x equals 5. Well, everywhere I see an x, I'm going to put a 5 in. So what is 4 times 5 minus 7? Well, we use order of operations, so we'll do our multiplication before our subtraction, and we'll get 13. So all evaluating expressions means is to put x, they're going to give you a value for the variable, you substitute it in, and then you solve. Let's try B. Now I know B is not filled in for you on your notes. I either want you to, one, either type in your work, or two, take a picture, do your work on a piece of paper, take a picture of it and insert it right there. You have two options, okay? Let's do this problem together. So what does this equal when x is negative 2? Well, we will substitute in everywhere we see an x, we're going to put in negative 2. And now we'll do order of operations. So we'll take care of what's inside the parentheses first. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Now, we have to take care of our numerator before we divide. So 2 times 6 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. Now, again, you can either take a picture of your work and insert the picture, or simply type all your steps out. All right, let's try C. What does this equal when x equals negative 2? Well, we'll substitute in negative 2 for x. So everywhere I see an x, putting in a negative 2. And now we simplify. So we'll do our exponents first. Negative 2 to the third equals negative 8. Now we'll do our multiplication. 3 times negative 8, negative 24. Negative 6 times negative 2 is a positive 12. Now we do adding and subtracting left to right. So negative 24 plus 12 is negative 12. And negative 12 plus 1, negative 11. All right, again, D is not done for you. So you need to either type out your work or take a picture of it and submit the picture underneath letter D. So let's try it. Let's find the value of this expression when x is 9. So I'm going to substitute in a 9. For x, and I will solve. Well, this can really kind of be written in parentheses. So I'm going to take care of that first. 9 plus 3 is 12, and the absolute value of 12 is 12. Remember, the absolute value is just the positive version of it. Okay. Now we'll do exponents. 2 squared is 4. So 12 divided by 4 plus 1. Now we take care of our division. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 plus 1, 4. All right, let's try letter E. Oh, this is a fun one. Everywhere I see an X, I'm putting in negative 4. Everywhere I see a y, I'm putting in 3. Let's write it out. So negative, you have to use parentheses when you are substituting in your values. You just have to. You will make mistakes and the calculator will not read it right if you do not use parentheses. So I see an x, I'm going to substitute in a -4. My y is 3 minus -4 plus 3. Now, you can simply put this in your calculator to check, okay? But if you do not use parentheses correctly, you will get the wrong answer, I promise. So please use parentheses every time you substitute. All right, let's do it. Parentheses, I see nothing in the parentheses to take care of. Now we'll do exponents. -4 squared is just -4 times -4, which is a positive 16. All right, so now I'm just rewriting. Now we're going to do multiplication left to right. So remember, this is for like a -1 there. So -1 times -15 times 3 gives me a -48. Here, I'm just going to simplify my signs. I'm going to make that a plus because remember, negative is a positive. Now we'll do our adding left to right. So -48 plus 4 is -44 plus 3 is -41. All right. If you did not use parentheses, you would have gotten a different answer, the wrong answer. You need to use parentheses when you substitute, especially when we have negative numbers. All right. And one last one. Again, F does not have, does not have work shown, so you need to show work. You can show work by either writing your answer in, like typing it out, or you can take a picture of it and submit your picture right underneath F. So here we go. Everywhere we see, everywhere we see an X, we're putting in a 3. Everywhere we see a Y, we're putting in a -2. So 4 times 3 squared minus 3 times 3 times -2 plus 2 times -2 squared. Make sure you use parentheses. All right, in the parentheses, is there anything we can simplify? No, so we move on to exponents. 3 squared is 9 minus 3 times -2 plus, if you do not parentheses -2 squared in your calculator, if you just do -2 squared, it will give you the wrong answer. You need to use parentheses. -2 squared is -2 times -2, which is a positive 4. All right. Multiplication and division, left to right. 4 times 9 is 36. This whole thing, when you multiply it, -3 times 3 is -9. -9 times -2 is a positive 18. 2 times 4 is 8. Now, adding and subtraction, left to right. All right, 36 plus 18 is 54, plus 8 gives me 62. All right, let's look at a few real-world problems here, okay? So if the temperature in Buffalo is 23 degrees Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in degrees in Celsius? Let's use this formula to figure it out. So I know it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm going to put 23 in for F. So I get C equals 5/9, 23 minus 32. 23 minus 32 is -9. Now we do our multiplication. First, we have to do our parentheses, right? P-E-M-D-A-S. Parentheses first. I see no exponents. Now we do multiplication and division. 5/9 times -9 gives me -5 degrees. So -5 degrees Celsius. And last one. If the height off the ground in feet of a certain baseball that travels through the air is given by the equation h equals 3.5 plus 68t minus 16t squared, where t is measured in seconds. I apologize, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Find the height when t is 3 seconds. So we're going to substitute in everywhere I see a t, I'm putting in a 3. Now let's evaluate. We're going to do our exponents first. So 3 squared is 9. Now we do all of our multiplication. Again, remember P-E-M-D-A-S. There's nothing in parentheses. We just did exponents. I don't see any division, but I do see multiplication. So 68 times 3 is 204. 16 times 9 is 144. Now adding and subtracting, left to right. So 3.5 plus 204 is 207.5 minus 144. And that gives me 63.5. So your answer is 63.5 feet. All right, guys, nice job. I'll be checking to see that you did those few problems on the first page, and bring any questions you have to class. All right, nice work.